I want to apologize from the last live. I made a few mistakes. I'm making some corrections tonight. It is 11:02 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm making some corrections in regards to the hurricane update with regard to Milton, Hurricane Milton in Florida. As of today, Wednesday, Milton the hurricane has landed in Florida. Before I start, I would like to just say fair use, copyright disclaimer, just to cover cover myself and follow YouTube policies. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Hello, you guys. This is Politic Graham. I'm just going to give a quick update in regards to, as we all know what's been going on, the Milton hurricane. The Milton hurricane has landed today, Wednesday. Last live I gave, I made a few discrepancies today, so I'm going to correct myself tonight from the misinformation that I provided today. I was rushing. Last night, midnight, I did give a breakdown of the Milton hurricane was supposed to come in. It was expected for it, some reports, it was expected for it to arrive on Thursday. However, it came today, Wednesday afternoon. Ron DeSantis gave an actual press conference discussing the hurricane. As you can see right here, this is fair use. This was the press conference he gave to actually give people a touchdown, a breakdown of what was to come and what is coming as in the present. Before I start, in regards to this press conference that he gave, just a little bit of an update of what's going on in Florida as we speak. More than 1 million are currently without power since Milton just came in today, this afternoon. Once again, more than 1 million are without power. Sheriff Keith Pearson of St. Lucie County has confirmed already there has been multiple people deleted in the Spanish Lakes Country Club as well as senior community near Fort Pierce. For those who do not know where St. Lucie is, okay, here we go. St. Lucie is 2 hours north of Miami. It has just been confirmed by the sheriff of St. Lucie that there has already been multiple deletions in St. Lucie from a senior community. Make sure, as well as, let me make sure I want to get what I'm saying correct. As far as the senior community in Fort Pierce, in addition to a country club at Spanish Lake. These have already been confirmed in regards to deletions as we speak. Now, Ron DeSantis earlier today, he had already given us a heads up of what was to come. In addition to Joe Biden himself gave us a heads up. It was on the 8th, October the 8th. He had given us, which was yesterday, a heads up himself. Joe Biden had already did a he held a press conference just to kind of make peace, as well as give out information in regards to Milton hurricane. It was a bit of discrepancy between Biden administration as well as the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis. And I'm going to actually pull it up from the live that I did at midnight. This is what Joe Biden stated in regards to where he stands with all the governors from the various states in the southeast of America that have been affected by Helen hurricane, as well as what's to come with Milton hurricane.
And I literally gave my personal phone number to call. So I don't know, there was a rough start in some places, but every governor from Florida to North Carolina has been fully cooperative and supportive and acknowledged what this team is doing. And they're doing an incredible job. But we got a lot more to do. And I literally gave my personal phone number to call. So I don't know, there was a rough start in some places, but every governor from Florida to North Carolina has been fully cooperative and supportive and acknowledged what this team is doing. And they're doing an incredible job. But we got a lot more to do. And I literally gave my personal phone number.
So, with that being said, hello, you guys. This is Politic Graham. I'm just giving a brief update of the Milton hurricane as we speak right now. According to Sheriff in Lucey County, this is about 2 hours north of Miami. There has already been multiple deletions. I'm trying to be very careful with my wording. This is YouTube. This is not my platform. This is YouTube's platform. There has been multiple deletions of people from a senior community, as well as a country club as we speak. In addition, since Milton hurricane has landed today, there has already been 1 million, I repeat, 1 million of power outages right now currently, and it is getting worse. Going to show you the other, hold on. Now this was the previous map that I had, but the map has been updated because, as we all know, or we should know, I'm letting you guys know that Milton has already came in. This particular map stated that it was going to come Thursday. Today is Wednesday 11:10 p.m. the 9th, and it has already came in. This is the updated map. This is the updated map of Milton hurricane. As you can see, it came in as a between a category 4, category 3. Before today, officials had thought it was going to be a category 5. Thank God that it is not a category 5. From the updates today, it is between a category 4 and a category 3. It is still dangerous. It came in from the west portion of Florida, and the way it is going, the winds are going counterclockwise. So basically at this point, from the west to the east coast, Florida is going to be hit very, very hard. As you can see with this particular map, we have it going all the way Thursday 8 a.m. It'll still be on Florida surfaces in the state, across the state. Hopefully, based off of this particular map, it will leave by 8 p.m. of tomorrow. Hopefully. As I stated, the power outages are already out. About 1 million people are out of power at this particular time. In addition, it has been confirmed, according to St. Lucia Sheriff Keith Pearson, has already confirmed that multiple people have been deleted at the country club at the Spanish Lakes Country Club, that is, as well as a senior community near Fort Pierce. Both of these areas are located near St. Lucie County, which is 2 hours north of Miami, Florida. Now, in particular, with this particular matter at hand, hello, you guys, this is Politic Graham. I'm just giving a brief on the Milton hurricane. Like I stated, it has been confirmed. Once again, it has been confirmed. According to the Sheriff Keith Pearson has confirmed of St. Lucie County that there has been multiple people deleted from the Spanish Lakes Country Club, as well as a senior community near Fort Pierce. In addition, there are now currently over 1 million people without power right now as we speak in Florida. St. Lucie is about 2 hours north of Miami. At this particular time, if you know anyone that is in Florida, I'm begging, and there, because it's a lot of people, you have reporters, you have YouTube content creators. I'm not going to say any names. They are actually down there filming in this dangerous, hectic weather. I'm begging, if you know anyone, please go to shelter now. This is not a place or time to be filming, to be running, to be outside. If you can, and Ron DeSantis today did a press conference to beg. Even President Joe Biden yesterday did a press conference begging people and urging people to seek shelter, to evacuate. The time now here East Coast is 11:14 p.m. I'm begging you guys, please seek shelter. This is not anything to play with. Milton came in with winds that was 180 miles per hour coming from the west portion of Florida. This is not anything to play with. I encourage everyone to please, if you can see this updated map, it came in, they thought it was going to come in as a category 5. It is coming in between a category 4 and category 3. It will not leave until Thursday. Reports are not confirmed just yet when this hurricane will leave between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Thursday. So I encourage you guys to please, if you know anyone that lives in Florida, please, at this particular time, one moment, you guys, I'm sorry. Hello, you guys. Just like I said, please, I encourage anybody that's in Florida right now, please do not, I repeat, please do not be outside filming or doing any of that. You have reporters, you have content creators, they're out and about in this dangerous weathers that we speak of. Please, please, please do not be out. This is not the time. Milton hurricane has landed. It landed today, Wednesday, this afternoon. I'm urging anyone, if you need to seek shelter, please if you can, go to this particular website. Ooh, sorry. If you can, go to this website, floridadisaster.org. This is the particular website that Ron DeSantis had instructed earlier today at his press conference that he held. So once again, if you know anybody that is in Florida, or even if you know anybody that has left Florida but needs assistance, I am urging I am urging them to go to this website, floridadisaster.org. With this particular website, it is giving disaster updates. Let me show it to you guys. It is giving disaster updates. It is giving for all of the counties in Florida, as well as it provides updates for not only Hurricane Milton, but Hurricane Helene, as well as Hurricane Debbie. These are specific hurricanes, recent hurricanes that Florida has dealt with. Ron DeSantis gave an actual press conference earlier today to actually announce that this was coming. This was actually coming today. Let me go to this particular map again. He gave a specific press conference today, and I'm going to kind of stay a little bit of the hurricane as well as his press conference. The hurricane is supposed to be, it landed today 17 miles per hour on land. It is that's when it is expected to have a landfall of storm surge between 8 to 12 feet in some places, and other places between 10 to 15 feet. If you're in a vehicle, especially to these reporters, these content creators that are actually down on location in the danger zones, please seek shelter and find a place to go. In Florida, according to Ron DeSantis, 51 out of 67 counties are currently under a state of emergency due to Milton hurricane. Hello, you guys. This is Politic Graham. Please hit that like button. This is Politic Graham. I am giving information updated information on the Milton hurricane that has just landed today, Wednesday, October the 9th of 2024. It has been confirmed. Yes, there has already been a number of people deleted today in St. Lucie County. In addition, currently there are over 1 million people out of power as we speak, and it is going to get larger throughout the night as Thursday goes in. Go ahead and hit this. With this particular hurricane, I'm just putting it out there. 51 counties out of 61 counties in Florida are currently, and I repeat, currently under the state of emergency. 31,000 people have moved in shelters in Florida. In these particular shelters, anyone that is familiar with Florida, because it is known to primarily this is hurricane season. This is nothing new to them, especially to Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida. They typically turn the schools into shelters. So people, I'm begging of you, if you were not able to go to leave Florida, please seek shelter at schools, at the shelters that are provided, because according to Ron DeSantis, there are both state level and government level shelters available for you in Florida as we speak. He also said stay inside in lower level of your home. Bathroom is the best place to be if you don't have a second level. And be prepared to lose more power. Be prepared. He also stated that his team, as well as the disaster fund, they are ready for this Milton hurricane. And he said the storm is going counterclockwise. That track now is going to go west. It's going west. That's why it's coming in from, as you can see, it came in from the west. It hit Sarasota, as well as Fort Myers, all over here first, West Coast. And it's going to go horizontal. That's basically what this map is showing. It is going to go horizontal. And it should be leaving Florida on Thursday, either Thursday 8 a.m. or Thursday 8 p.m. There has not been confirmations just yet, because just as you all know, things change. Hurricanes, the movement of the hurricane changes. So the only thing that I am asking, and even with Ron DeSantis in his press conference, he did state to seek shelter, as well as to expect a lot of power outages. And that was just confirmed not too long ago. As I stated earlier, over 1 million power outages have been confirmed. Also, it has been confirmed by the sheriff of St. Lucie County that there has been a number of deletions. Now, if you are on the south side, which is down here, if you're on the south side of Florida, as well as the east coast of Florida, do not think that you are out of the wind, because just like I took pictures to confirm what Ron DeSantis said today, it has already hit this area as we speak, Miami.
And I literally gave my personal phone number to call.
It has already hit this part, Miami. It has already hit this part, east. All this is east, the East Coast. And as I just stated, it was confirmed there has already been deletions on the East Coast. Mind you, the hurricane came from the west. So I'm asking people, please seek shelter to avoid, and this is also what's going on. You have a number of tornadoes as coming in, and the tornadoes are getting stronger. This is what happened earlier today. This is all on the east coast of Florida. This is not even on the side that Milton hurricane came in. As you can see on this map, the hurricane came in from the west coast. It has been winds between 180 miles per hour and 150 miles per hour. That's when it came in on the west coast. But like I stated in the pictures that I just showed you, it has affected the East Coast extremely bad. And that was earlier today around 4 to 5 p.m. I'm going to show this. This was 4 p.m. today. Do you see the tornadoes? This was just 4 p.m. I am begging you, anyone, please seek shelter. Please seek shelter if you can. Ron DeSantis has already stated there are shelters available. If you need assistance for as far as a ride goes, there are available if you need it. But please, I'm urging anyone to seek shelter. This is not a game. This is not a joke. Please. Ron DeSantis, in his press conference, he said that they have partnered up with Uber to give free rides until the Milton hurricane is not safe enough. It is just that serious. He also said there are a total of 150 shelters open that has space for 200,000 people. I repeat, there are 150 shelters available for 200,000 people. 30 counties that actually own the shelters, and then there are 6 state supplemental shelters available. So I'm urging you, if you know anyone, please find and seek shelter. If you need any assistance, or if you know anyone that needs assistance, this is the website that Ron DeSantos did state to go to. He stated first you can go to floridadisaster.org. Hello, you guys. It's Politic Graham. Please hit that like button. I'm just giving an update of the Milton hurricane. He did state you can go to floridadisaster.org to get all the information for all the counties in Florida, as well as how to prepare, how to plan, and what to do before the hurricane, during the hurricane, as well as after the hurricane. In addition, he did state if you would like to give a donation, and that was one thing that I needed to make correction on from my last live that I did today that I deleted. Please go to volunteerflorida.org if you would like to donate where it is tax deductible, where it can be used as a tax deductible. You can go to this particular website to donate. I want to make sure. Yes, I'm just making sure, you guys. Yes. So, what I typed in FloridaDisasterFund.org. FloridaDisasterFund.org, which is a tax-deductible charitable contribution, as according to Ron DeSantos, has raised millions, because Florida normally deals with hurricanes during hurricane season here in America. This is nothing new. He also said that you can text disaster to number 20222. Again, you can text disaster 20222, or go to floridadisasterfund.org. That's Florida Disaster Fund. FloridaDisasterFund.org if you would like to donate to help support, because they're going to need a lot of funds with this disaster. This is the largest disaster they said it's going to be in the history in the past 100 years, is what was said, according to Joe Biden. Let me go back. I want to make sure I'm giving you guys everything that I found out from Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis had said in regards to the fuel, because people are going to be worried about the fuel. Will the gas run out? Will the diesel run out? He said fuel is currently available. He said it is currently available, as well as they have prepared for the Milton hurricane. They prepared for it 2 weeks ago when they had the Hurricane Helen. So they have been preparing for this for 2 weeks. He also stated that he has put in as far as removing trash and debris from the previous hurricane. So much that it was 270 cubic yards of trash and debris that he had removed. The Florida Department of Transportation helped move from the previous hurricane. He mentioned that cleaning the debris will help prevent the worst effects of this particular hurricane, Milton hurricane, that just came in today. He said that he's been in contact with Joe Biden and the FEMA director, and is talking to local parties in the affected counties and soon to be affected counties. He stated how this is the largest, like I stated, the largest emergency prep that has ever been in history. He stated 6,000 National Guard soldiers, 3,000 soldiers from other states, all the way as far as California, 34 search and rescue aircraft, as well as 500 tactical vehicles are already in position. As far as the power outages, he's already gotten prepared for that because he stated there are 50,000 linemen already in position, ready for when the power goes out. Just like I stated, there's already been 1 million power outages as we speak right now from the effects of Milton hurricane coming in. He also stated that Florida State Ground, he stated how in regards to the disaster fund is he's being assisted from the disaster fund both by for the Milton hurricane as for in addition to Helene hurricane. And like I just stated, if you would like to donate any funds to assist that are tax deductible, you can go to floridadisasterfund.org. And let me make sure, because this particular, when I typed it in, this is coming up. I'm going to try it one more time. floridadisasterfund.org. Okay, I just want to let you guys know I typed it in, and what came up was, this is how the page is going to look. This is how the page is going to look. As you can see, it is tax deductible. You can use it as a tax deductible. It does have an EIN number because it is a charitable organization. Also, in the press conference, Ron DeSantis, he actually stated that anybody who has electrical vehicles, EV cars, you need to immediately move those cars away from your house. He said if you have an EV, your vehicle could catch fire. EV fires are very difficult to put out. And if you're near an EV, if your EV is near your home, it can cause your home to catch fire. So he advised to put your EV vehicles or anything pertaining to EV, put them away from your home and move them up ground, up top, away to prevent it from catching fire. He stated the reason in regards to EV vehicles being more prone to catch fire is because they do not mix with salt water. When they mix with salt or absorb salt, it increases the chance of risk of a fire. So that's why he said if you own an EV, please move it away from your home. He also discussed evacuations. He discussed that it's now, like I stated, it's please evacuate or go to shelter. Conditions are getting worse. I just showed you guys that there are tornadoes. Tornadoes are out of this world. Gonna show the tornadoes. This was a tornado, 4 p.m. It is multiple tornadoes like this now. Multiple. This is how homes look earlier today on the east coast of Florida, Miami, Florida specifically. It's looking worse now because as I'm speaking to you guys now, it is 11:37 p.m. He also said the same thing that basically Kamala Harris, she stated. Ron DeSantis said, please listen to your local government. Listen as well as seek shelter. And like I stated, Uber is offering free rides for shelter. Now, in regards to Kamala Harris, she did make a statement while she got off the plane, off her private jet. This is what she stated in regards to letting people know, please seek shelter and evacuate if you can.
Just enough to all the folks in Florida, in the Tampa area. Please listen to evacuation orders. Please listen to your local officials. Just enough to all the folks in Florida, in the Tampa area. Please listen to evacuation orders. Please listen to your local officials.
Now, this is just letting you know just how serious it is because, like I stated, this is the largest, based off what the governor of Florida stated. He stated, and I quote, this is the largest emergency prep that has ever been in the history of Florida. This is not anything to play with. If you need assistance, please go to first. If you would like to donate, go to floridadisasterfund.org. It is tax deductible. It is this particular website. Not only that, you can also get information in regard to national service, volunteer services, emergency management, and grant opportunities. The next website to get assistance is FEMA.gov. FEMA.gov is the actual website to actually apply for assistance if you need assistance. And I'm going to go to disaster and assistance. You're going to go to disaster and assistance. I'm trying to see if you can do it. I apologize, you guys. It's kind of acting up. I think it's acting up because so many people are going on it. Because it's like I stated, this is a huge hurricane that has just landed in Florida, the Milton hurricane. But this is the website to go to get correct information, to get assistance, to apply for help. And not only the particular website, there is another website, and that's the website that I was trying to actually show you guys. Let me see if I can find it this way. Okay, on this particular website of FEMA.gov, I'm gonna go back to show you guys how I got to this. When you go to FEMA.gov, you're gonna hit here where it says Hurricane Helen rumor response. It says get the facts. You're also going to go where it says Hurricane Helen. It's going to show like different windows. When you see this particular window, when you first go on, Hurricane Helen, FEMA continues strategically to move resources. You're going to hit stay aware. This particular portion of FEMA.gov does give you information, and I want to make sure you guys can see it. It does give you information of what you can do to apply for assistance, as well as where to go online and the number to call to get more information. This is for the specific states, for the federal disaster assistance if you live in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia. This is, once again, this particular assistance is for Florida state, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia. Once again, The Milton hurricane has just landed in Florida. It has just landed in Florida. Let me make sure I can show you guys. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to show it to you guys. Let me see. Okay. With this particular map, this is north. You see St. Lucie County. It's been confirmed there has been multiple deletions at this county. It is on the East Coast. There has already been confirmation, according to the sheriff of St. Lucie County, that there has been multiple deletions. I'm trying to be very careful with my words. It is north of Miami, 2 hours north of Miami. And let me see here. I'll show it to you guys on my phone. I was trying to actually get to the. I thought I had downloaded it. One moment, you guys. Thank you for coming in. This is just giving update on the Milton hurricane. Please, if you can, seek shelter. It has came in today. It arrived this afternoon. As of now, it's almost 20 minutes to midnight. There has already been 1 million of outages, as well as a number of people deleted due to this hurricane as we speak. If you can, please find shelter. There are a number of YouTube content creators filming as we speak right now. Please, I'm begging you guys to seek shelter. This is not nothing to play with. And one moment, you guys, I was trying to actually look for, hold on, you guys, hold what you got, hold what you got. Hold on. Hello, you guys. I'm just looking up my system is starting to act up. I was trying to actually find the specific graph that I had made for you guys to show you the Milton hurricane, how it has affected Florida and where it is going. So please give me one moment. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to find it. I had to find it. This is the current. This is the most updated map. They speculated with speculations, even according to President Joe Biden, as well as the director Ken Graham, the director of National Service Weather. Ken Graham, he landed yesterday in Florida to actually give President Joe Biden a breakdown of what's going on. And Joe Biden in the press conference stated that it was Director Ken Graham that stated that winds would come in as 180 miles per hour, and was looking at it being a category 5. However, that was a little bit extreme, but it's still bad. From the current updated map that I have, Milton came in earlier today. It came in between a category 4 and category 3 hurricane from the West Coast, as you can see with this arrow. It is scheduled to stay in Florida until tomorrow. It is going to leave, and it's getting weak. It's going to get weak throughout the day of tomorrow. As you can see right here, it is presuming that the category will drop from a category 4 or 3 to a category 1 by Thursday at 8 a.m. It shall leave, and this is just possible hopes, it should leave by the afternoon of Thursday, either by 8 p.m. or before 8 p.m. of Thursday. That is what the hopes of the plan. Hello, you guys. I'm Politic Graham. I'm just giving a brief update of the Milton hurricane. Ron DeSantis actually gave a press conference earlier today, and I'm going to play some clips in regards to his statements. His focus is for the hurricane. His focus is not about politics. He made sure he went on in different press conferences stating that, because he has not spoken to Kamala Harris yet. He has not once in the past, I want to say it's been weeks, he has not spoken to her. I don't know what it is. However, he has touched bases with the President Joe Biden. Now, like I stated, I'm going to show some clips of what the different topics that Ron DeSantis had discussed during the press conference pertaining to this hurricane, Milton.
That also can produce where it makes landfall. It's going to barrel across the state of Florida. It's going to exit on the east coast of Florida, and that also can produce some storm surge. So just make sure if you're on the east coast of Florida that you understand this is not just the west coast event. The major effects for surge will be on the west, but there is going to be impacts far inland and on the other coast in the state of Florida. Where it makes landfall, it's going to
what he stated in this particular clip, and it has just been confirmed. Hello, you guys. Please, if you do nothing else, please hit that like button. Tap, tap, tap. My name is Politic Graham. I am giving an actual update on the Milton hurricane, just to kind of give a heads up. There is shelter. There has been confirmed deletions at Florida in the east coast of Florida. According to the sheriff of St. Lucie County, which is 2 hours north of Miami, there has been confirmed deletions in a senior community as well as at a country club. In addition, there has already been confirmed of 1 million power outages, and it is rising as we speak. So in the clip that I just told you, that I just showed you, Ron DeSantis had already predicted this to come. This was an early this was an early this is an early prediction that he had provided earlier today.
Florida, and that also can produce some storm surge. So just make sure if you're on the east coast of Florida that you understand this is not just the west coast of Ed. The major effects for surge will be on the west, but there is going to be impacts far inland and on the other coast in the state of Florida. Where it makes landfall.
So that's just to kind of give you a heads up. Now the next clip we're going to look at of DeSantis. One moment, please. Now, the next clip I'm going to show, he predicted, he was just giving out predictions. He predicted that there's going to be power outages.
The path of this storm, you are most likely going to lose power. So just prepare for that. Know that that's something that's likely to happen. If you are going to use a generator, make sure you're using it properly. Do not run your generator inside your home. The generator must be operated outside your home. Keep it away from any door or window. But all these folks are going to be brought to bear to be able to get the power back on. As soon as the path of this storm, you are most likely going to lose power. So just prepare for that. Know that that's something that's likely to happen. If you are going to use a generator, make sure you're using it properly. Do not run your generator inside your home. The generator must be operated outside your home. Keep it away from any door or window. But all these folks are going to be brought to bear to be able to get the power back on. As soon as the path of this storm, you are most likely going to lose power. So just prepare for that.
So the clip I just showed, he's just basically, this is actually what's been confirmed. This is what's going on. There are power outages. It is over 1 million power outages now as we're speaking, and it is 11:57 p.m. Eastern time here in America. So please, if you know anybody, please seek shelter. Please do not be out in this weather, please. The next clip I'm going to show, he's actually Ron DeSantis in this particular press conference that he had earlier today. He was discussing about Milton hurricane as far as how it is going to be moving.
Storm surge there may not be 10-15 feet like we could get on the west coast, but it's going to kind of be the opposite. If you're on the southern part of the storm, a lot of the storm is going to push the water away from the east coast. But if you're on the northern side of the storm, the counterclockwise, it's going to bring surge in. So places like Brevard, Volusia, Flagler, St. John's, you're likely to see surge. You're likely to see, and we've had issues on the coast there anyways with erosion and whatnot. So just understand that is going to be something that could happen. It's not just about where it makes landfall. It's going to barrel across the state of Florida for storm surge there. May not be 10-15 feet like we could get on the west coast, but it's going to kind of be the opposite. If you're on the southern part of the storm, a lot of the storm is going to push the water away from the east coast. But if you're on the northern side of the storm, the counterclockwise, it's going to bring surge in. So places like Brevard, Volusia, Flagler, St. John's, you're likely to see surge. You're likely to see, and we've had issues on the coast there anyways with erosion and whatnot. So just understand that is going to be something that could happen. It's not just about where it makes landfall. It's going to barrel across the state of Florida for storm surge there. It may not be 10-15 feet.
So basically what he's saying is what's going on right now. It landed on the west portion of Florida, as you can see. However, it has been confirmed there has been hard hits in Miami, which is on the east coast, in St. Lucie County, which is north, 2 hours north of Miami. It's 2 hours north of Miami. It's closer heading up towards Fort Pierce. Fort Pierce is the area where it has been confirmed that there has been people deleted at a senior community in Fort Pierce. This is confirmed by the sheriff of St. Lucie County. So what the governor stated, it is all coming into effect. I'm going to show, I think this is one more clip in regards to handling the fuel, because as we know, when this is all said and done, for the people that are seeking shelter, or should I say that stayed behind and are at shelters, they're going to need gas, diesel. So in this particular clip, the governor of Florida, he stated that they currently have the fuel available if needed. It is available.
The fuel situation, I know when the initial evacuations went out on Monday, and then even on Sunday when people were anticipating massive run on gas, people were crowding the stations. You had long lines. A lot of the gas stations ran out of fuel. We have not run out of fuel overall. When those stations go through it much quicker than normal, they don't have the same delivery schedules that can keep up, so they got to flex. So what we've done is, one, we've got 1.6 million gallons of diesel on hand just for the state of Florida, and 1.1 million gallons of gasoline. The fuel situation, I know when the initial evacuations went out on Monday, and then even on Sunday when people were anticipating massive run on gas, people were crowding the stations. You had long lines. A lot of the gas stations ran out of fuel. We have not run out of fuel overall. When those stations go through it much quicker than normal, they don't have the same delivery schedules that can keep up, so they got to flex. So what we've done is, one, we've got 1.6 million gallons of diesel on hand just for the state of Florida, and 1.1 million gallons of gasoline. The fuel situation.
So with this particular clip, hello you guys, this is Politic Graham. Can you please hit that like button? I'm giving an actual update of the Milton hurricane here in southeast of the U.S. I'm giving an update on Milton, the current update of the Milton hurricane with this particular map that I'm showing. My map. It did land on the west coast this evening of Wednesday. It has already spread it from here, and there have been reports, where you can see this arrow, there have already been reports that Miami was affected. So much, 2 hours north of Miami, close in Fort Pierce, there have been confirmed deletions of people at a senior community in Fort Pierce. Also, there has also been confirmed deletions in St. Lucie County, in Spring Lakes, at a country club, to be exact. These areas are 2 hours north of Miami. Let me make sure I have anything else to say. Yes, I forgot to say this. Conditions are getting worse. Tornadoes are getting worse. And it's best effort at this particular time, to seek shelter. Make sure, I think that is about it. Oh, and also I wanted to say that the storm surge is going to go between 8 to 15 feet high. If you're in a vehicle and you're still currently in Florida, please find shelter. Please find shelter. Currently, there are 51 out of 67 counties that are under state of emergency due to the Milton hurricane. 31,000 people have already moved into shelters, and according to the Florida governor, make sure, according to what he stated, make sure, oh, they have shelters that can hold up to 200,000 people, and it's currently 30, based off of from my understanding, is currently 31,000 people that have moved into shelter that decided to stay behind. Also, if you're still in Florida, please stay in a lower level of your home, specifically in the bathroom, which is, they say, is the best place. The governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, he already has 50,000 linemen available to restore the power. They have came all the way as far as California to come in to assist this hurricane mayhem. The storm is going clockwise, counterclockwise. So that being said, it is hitting all across Florida. It is not just going to even though it's coming in from the west, where this arrow is from the west coast, because it's moving counterclockwise, it's affecting all of Florida. It has already, from the pictures that I have, it has already affected Miami, Florida. It has already affected areas on the east coast of Florida. Let me show it to you guys. Let's see here. This is a tornado that was around 4 p.m. today. It is now midnight, after midnight here in the East Coast. There are a number of tornadoes. There are a number of storms, and the hurricane has got worse. This was Miami, Florida at 4 p.m. A tornado was seen. This was an actual neighborhood that was affected when Milton first arrived earlier today in Florida. And this is an actual video of when Milton arrived, came in. So like I stated, if you please seek shelter. I cannot reiterate that. Please seek shelter. Now, on the backside of things, the political side of things, I don't know what to say for Kamala Harris. I really don't. I don't know what to say, and I don't know why people, I'm going to say it, politicians are not on the same page with her. And I say that because the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, till this day, he has not spoken to her. They have not exchanged words. The only words that have been exchanged were through the media. Kamala Harris, she was asked, and I want to make sure I'm correct when I say this because I took note. She was asked October the 7th about the communication, the lack of communication between her and Ron DeSantis, and her response was, in the moments of crisis, it should be a moment if anyone calls themselves a leader, they should take policies aside and put people first. That is what she said. They should put people first. And she also stated that Ron is playing a political game. The governor of Florida is playing a political game. She said it's irresponsible and selfish. It's about political games, and she stated he needs to put people first. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to be fair in what I deliver, but it seems as if it is too much going on between the governor of Florida as well as the Biden administration. Because at first, when this all transpired, when Helen arrived 2 weeks ago, it came across as if the governor of Florida wasn't speaking to anybody. Ron DeSantis, he wasn't speaking to neither President Joe Biden nor Vice President Kamala Harris. However, according to Ron DeSantis, he said he didn't even receive any phone calls. But fast forward, as of yesterday, Joe Biden did a press conference because Donald Trump intervened, jumped in, and stated how it's funny how in his words, not mine, Donald Trump stated how it's funny how millions and billions of dollars are being sent to wars overseas, but here in America, these people that have been affected from the hurricane disaster, the disaster fund cannot even provide money for these disasters. This is what Donald Trump said, and because of this, it was stated it was false information. Joe Biden did overtime. He went out of his way. He made extra efforts to reach and get a hold of the Governor Ron DeSantis. So much to the point, this is what Joe Biden said in his press conference yesterday. One moment, please.
And I literally gave my personal phone number to call. So I don't know. There was a rough start in some places, but every governor from Florida to North Carolina has been fully cooperative and supportive and acknowledged what this team is doing. And they're doing an incredible job. But we got a lot more to do. And I literally gave my personal phone number.
So
I don't know.
Is this particular clip, this is just going to show what Joe Biden, he did this press conference yesterday to try to come to men's to help Florida and to show America that even though we may have a bit of differences in opinion with policies, I am urging the Governor Ron DeSantis, that I am here to help the people in your state. So there has been conversations between the president as well as the officials of Florida. However, like I stated, there has not been no conversations with the vice president. Why is this serious? Because who is running for president? Kamala Harris. She's running for president. Her response, she called Ron DeSantis irresponsible, selfish, and in addition to the actions of Donald Trump, her response to Donald Trump was this.
Is that there's a lot of mis and disinformation being pushed out there by the former president about what is available, in particular to the survivors of Helene. And first of all, it's extraordinarily irresponsible. It's about him. It's not about you. And the reality is that FEMA is that there's a lot of mis and disinformation being pushed out there.
So, wow, I just want to make people kind of understand this. While she was speaking, getting off the jet, she was speaking about what Donald Trump was talking about, giving false information. While she was doing that, Joe Biden not only was having a press conference in regards to the Milton hurricane for Florida, on the same day, yesterday, he actually went to Wisconsin rally to support Kamala Harris campaign. So that is why I had put in my description of the last live that I had did that Joe Biden is going overtime. He's actually going overtime at this particular point because while Kamala Harris is stating who's being irresponsible, who's being selfish, who's making it about politics, Joe Biden, he just put his hands up, wave the white flag, and say, at the end of the day, we're here to help the people of America. This is what Joe Biden did. I'm going to show the rally and Joe Biden, he looks so tired. This is the rally that he did yesterday for Kamala Harris.
Thank you. You have a seat, have one. I said that once, and there were no seats, and the guy looked at me like, what the hell's the matter with you? Before I began...
Now, at this particular rally, it seems as if, and you can hear what people are calling. They're yelling out his name. They're saying, thank you, Joe. But mind you, like I stated, this was Kamala Harris campaign rally. This is not Joe Biden's rally. This is not Joe Biden's rally. This is the same person in regards to Joe Biden. I want to make sure I touch these key points. Okay, Joe Biden, he had a press conference yesterday. He went to a rally yesterday. Then not yesterday, I'm sorry, because it's Thursday now. It was Tuesday. Tuesday. I'm sorry, my apologies. He had a press conference Tuesday, went to a rally on Tuesday, just to actually do all that he can for not only the people of Florida, as well as the Americans in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee, the people that have been affected by the current hurricanes during hurricane season. Okay? He went out of his way to go to a Wisconsin rally to support Kamala Harris, to push her as far as her running for what? Presidency. But all the time while this is going on, where is Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris, she is off the jet. She's off her jet. I'm going to just be honest. She's stating how irresponsible and false information has been spreaded out with Donald Trump. Now, that might be true. I'll grant that. But this is not a place or time to call names to the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, especially during the time where we have Milton hurricane in this state. This is the second hurricane in the matter of 2-3 weeks. But according to Kamala Harris, she's calling DeSantis. She said it's utterly irresponsible, it's utterly selfish, and he's playing political games. I think at this particular time, we have to have some type of accountability, because this should not occur. This should not occur yesterday at your rally, Kamala Harris.
Thank you.
People are saying, thank you, Joe, and this is your campaign rally. This is your campaign rally where your campaign has raised almost $1 billion itself. It's raised almost, I want people to actually think about that. Kamala Harris campaign, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz together, their unit, have raised almost $1 billion. I think at this particular time, she has enough money to not worry about the small things. And this is why I can actually say with Joe Biden, he waved the red flag, the white flag in the air and said, I'm here. You can have my personal number to the White House, Governor Ron of Florida. I know that this is going to be the second hurricane that hits your state, and I'm here to support no matter what. Now, I don't know. Now, if that's, look, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's all the way true. But Joe Biden, he changed from what his actions, how he spoke on Friday, October the 4th, versus how he talked October the 8th on Tuesday. His tone changed from being defensive to being I'm ready to help. I'm ready to sign declarations. From Friday, he actually signed multiple declarations. He signed 2 declarations this week, and he signed two disaster declarations last week, which is a total of 4 declarations to support Florida, the funding for Florida, the funding for North Carolina, the funding. So I just wish Kamala Harris at this particular point kind of just push all this other stuff to the side, and let's not do any name calling. Like I said, this particular video that she spoke on in regards to Donald Trump
is that there's a lot of mis and disinformation being pushed out there by the former president about what is available, in particular to the survivors of Milton. And first of all, it's extraordinarily irresponsible. It's about him. It's not about you. And the reality is that FEMA is that there's a lot of mis and disinformation.
It's very odd that even with her speaking, saying that Donald Trump has gave misinformation and falsification about the funding, it's kind of odd considering that in her case, you're speaking on someone that you have not even spoken to. You're saying it's not about us, it's about Florida, it's about the governor of Florida. He needs help. But according to DeSantis, he's not indulging in any gossip. He's like, I need help, and I have not received any phone calls. That's what he says. He says, I've spoken to the president. I thank the president for helping. He said that. But it's odd that you want to use his name to say, oh, well, Donald Trump is giving false information. False information, I will grant you that. But like I stated, when it comes down to people needing help in Florida, we need to focus on that and quote unquote leave the politics out of it. Because just like I stated, I'm going to show, just like I stated with this particular map right here, you see St. Lucie County? It is 2 hours north of Miami. There have already been confirmed deletions of people in a senior community as well as a country club. They were hit that hard. And this is east of Florida. And mind you, this storm, this hurricane came in on the West Coast. These are things that Kamala Harris needs to focus on, considering she is the vice president. She is the vice president. Joe Biden went out of his way. He canceled a number of trips to different countries to deal with the he canceled a number of obligations to other countries to travel to the states here in Southeast of America, and actually is in talks right now with this particular gentleman, Director Ken Graham of the National he's the director of the National Weather Service. Okay, so these people have been put into position to deal with matters such as this. the actual hurricane. And I wish that we could all just make, just kind of just think about the people. Think about the people. Because with Ron DeSantis, he had this press conference today, and he stated what he has done, what they're doing. I mean, before the hurricane even came, there are already 50,000 linemen available on land to help restore power outages, because he know that there's power outages that's to come, and that is what has happened. There are 1 million. It's probably more than 1 million now. For me, last doing my research, it was over 1 million outages in Florida right now. Also, like I stated, it's 51 out of 67 counties that are under state of emergency due to this hurricane. Also, I stated there are 31,000 people that are in shelter, and the specific shelters that are available that Governor Ron DeSantis has provided, it can hold 200,000 people. So that's telling you right now how serious this is. Hey, John, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in, John. I'm just giving just a little update on the Milton hurricane. And thanks for giving me a shout out. Oh, let me give you the jacket. Let me give you the jacket, John. Thank you for coming in. John, I have a question. Have you heard anything? Oh, you're welcome. Have you heard anything about the Milton hurricane? Do you have anyone in Florida that you know that is affected by the Milton hurricane on your end? John says, I am here because I haven't heard anything. You are my news friend. Well, I'm just gonna say I'm honored, but I'm gonna say this, that from my recent gathering at this particular point, there has been a total of over 1 million outages. Please leave accurate information. I'm gonna make it accurate. I'm going to make accurate information. Okay, I had to do a whole nother live. I had to do another live to provide accurate information. Okay. Now, based off of, let me make sure I'm correct. Based off of the St. Lucie County Sheriff, he did state that there have been confirmed deletions in Fort Pierce, which is right here, if you can see it. It is deletions. I'm trying to be careful with my words, John. People have already been deleted in Fort Pierce of a senior community. Also, there have been deletions of people in a place called Spring Lakes at a country club. And this place is 2 hours north of Miami. So Ron DeSantis, he had already gave a heads up of what was to come. He gave a press conference today. What did you say? John, you said it is the hurricane made landfall. Yes. Sorry, I am new to Southern weather for. Yes, it has already made landfall. I'm going to show you how Milton affected Florida as of earlier today. If you can see it, that was earlier today. As well as, let me show you pictures. This is tornadoes. Okay, this is just one of the tornadoes. This was early when it had just landed earlier today. And the pictures that I'm showing you, this is in Miami, Florida. This was at 4 p.m. You ask how long does it last? According to now that's the thing. When Joe Biden, he did his press conference yesterday, he had received the information from this gentleman that's the director of the National Weather Service. This gentleman named Ken Graham. Ken Graham had told him that the winds were coming 180 miles per hour. It was coming 180 miles per hour from the west, and it was going to be a category 5. But this is the most updated map, and as you can see, it is supposed to leave Florida by Thursday. So now the catchy thing about this is the weather is not predictable. So it can leave tomorrow or it can leave Friday. Does that make sense? So for now, it is showing that it should leave by Thursday 8 p.m. No later than 8 p.m. And as it's crossing Florida, the Florida state, as you can see, the category it should be getting weak. John says, just don't come here. I know that. Just don't come here. Yes, I said the same thing. And what's so ironic about this with Ron DeSantis, he had already had this plan 2 weeks ahead of time, because we also have to take into consideration this is the same state that had Hurricane Helen. So Florida is getting hit double. It's getting hit double at this particular time with hurricanes. And according to what the governor said, this is supposed to be the largest, and it's expected, according to what he said, he is expecting it's historic. Yes, there were two hurricanes. The first hurricane was Hurricane Helen. And that's one of the conversations that these politicians are arguing about. Kamala Harris, and Donald Trump. Donald Trump gave out false information. He stated that it's odd that the disaster funding can donate so little here in America, but they can donate billions to provide resources for wars overseas. Now, that is when Joe Biden had to step up even more and even state that go to FEMA.gov. FEMA.gov, they already have if you need support for, like it says, Hurricane Helen. So now you have people that were out of home and out of displaced from the first hurricane, and then now they're going to get hit with Milton. So it's like back to back heavy hurricanes. And some of these people did not have flood insurance. A lot of these people, they got damaged really bad from the first hurricane. John says, they say it only takes 60 to 70 miles per hour gusts to blow a person literally. Yes. So just imagine what 100, 150, 90 miles of gusts can do per hour of gusts can do. So this is what's going on in Florida right now as we speak. And what's so ironic, I want to make sure I state this. Yes, pick up a car. Yes. Now, I'm not going to say any content creators, But there are content creators right now, John, as I'm speaking to you, they are actually like in Florida right now with reporters out on the road in the middle of this hurricane that, just like I just showed you, that has multiple tornadoes being seen. They're actually in the middle of something like this, around this. And you have they call themselves tornado hunters, hurricane hunters. They actually go out and about, and this is what they do for a living. And even reporters, they're out. And that is why the governor, he made sure he's making press conferences to let people know. John says, yes, those tornadoes go 300 miles per hour winds. Yes, yes. That is why I'm telling anybody to please seek shelter. Please, please seek shelter. This is not a game. This is not a joke. This is not nothing to play with. If you need help, and this is the website, John, if you want to know any more like information, like it breaks down any disaster assistance. If you can see on the side, you says Florida looks like 2012 movie right now. What movie are you talking about? What movie are you talking about, John? What movie? Are you talking? I'm trying to go. I think I know what movie you're talking about. Are you talking about the movie with Helen Hunt? Are you talking about that movie with Helen Hunt? Hello, you guys. My name is Politic Graham. I'm just coming in to give a update and conversation about the Milton hurricane. And like I stated, if you need help, FEMA.gov is the website to go to. And this is the website where you will get all your information as far as if you need assistance. I'm going to go to the main page. Woody Harrison. Woody Harrison. I have to look that up. But Woody Harrison. I was thinking you was talking about. I was thinking you was talking about the movie with what was that? That movie with Helen Hunt. I thought you was talking about that movie. But like I said, with this particular hurricane, if you need assistance, you can go onto FEMA.gov. Yes, Twister. That's the movie I was thinking you was talking about. But if you would like to get assistance with this hurricane, or you know anybody that needs help, please go to FEMA.gov. You can hit on where it says stay aware. And it will provide you the necessary resources and information of where to go to get help. So with this particular, the reason I'm showing this, John, is because this really made headlines in the world of politics. Because John says the movie is called 2012 because there were predictions by people the world would blank in a event. I don't know if I can say the E word. I don't know about YouTube, the E word. But I never seen that movie 2012. I never seen it. I thought you was talking about Twister. That's the movie I thought. I thought you was talking about Twister. But like I said, you can go to FEMA.gov, and this is fair use, you guys. YouTube, this is fair use. And it actually shows the federal disaster assistance. Yes, that's what yes, Florida looks like the Twister now. Yes. And it's really sad because a lot of people could not afford to leave. Florida and go somewhere where it was out of the state. So they had to stay behind. And this is why FEMA is really coming in and saying, go to our website if you want to apply for assistance. Governor DeSantis is coming in and saying, if you stayed behind, we have made a deal. We've spoken to Uber. John, do you know Uber made a deal with the governor of Florida? John says people are deleting, and the ones who survive life will be changed forever. Their home gone or car destroyed. Yes. Uber. Yes, Uber has. I don't know how it is now because it's gotten worse. But earlier yesterday, they had a conversation with the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, basically stating that if you needed a ride to go someplace safe, Uber was providing free rides. Yes, free rides. So I don't know right now if they still offering it because, like I stated, it has gotten very, very chaotic and dangerous. And yes, it is looking worse than Twister, the movie Twister. It is looking very worse than the movie Twister. Also, he mentioned how to go to this particular website. And see, this is where I think you say, John, look up the movie 2012. It is a huge, great cast. I'm going to write that down. You say 2012. I'm gonna write that down. Let's see, 2012 movie. Now I want to look, John. I don't want to type it in because I don't want no. I don't want to be copyrighted. What I'm actually showing is like government, the website to assist people for educational purposes. But with what governor, do you know Danny Glover? Yes, I do. I know Danny Glover. Yes, I do know. What are you laughing? What are you laughing at? Yes, I do know Danny Glover. I don't know him, no, but I know who Danny Glover is. I like him from the movie. What was that movie? Lethal. You know the rest. Lethal W. I don't want to say it loud. Lethal W. I can't say it on YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about. That I like those movies that he was in. But yes, like I said, you guys, with this particular Milton hurricane, please, if you need or you feel like you want to send a donation, the governor of Florida did clear this particular website. It is tax deductible. Yes, Lethal with Mel Gibson. Yes, John. This particular website that I'm showing you guys, it is floridadisasterfund.org. When you type that in, it's gonna click onto another website, but you'll see when you type in floridadisasterfund.org, this is a website where the governor Ron DeSantis, I don't know what's going on with him and Kamala Harris, but the press conference he gave today, he thanked Joe Biden. He said that he's had conversation with Joe Biden. But on the flip side, he said that this is not the first time we've had hurricanes. This is not the first time we've had hurricanes. And he said with this particular fund, if you would like to donate, it is a tax deductible charity that you can use to help you on your taxes when you go file. So he did provide this particular website it's guaranteed to help the necessary people in Florida that will need the help once this hurricane subsides. I don't even know, John, how it's going to look when it's over with. Because we got hit in Georgia. We actually got hit in Georgia, but I promise you, it wasn't to this extreme, like how Florida has been hit. it has been extremely hit. Now when you ask me the question about when is it supposed to leave, now you see this map. This is the map that I had last night. This was the map that people thought. People thought that it was gonna the storm was gonna come in at a certain time at on. Let me make sure I put this. They thought it was gonna come in on Thursday, but as we are here to see today, it came. The hurricane came on Wednesday. That's why I say a storm can change. You know, so when you ask when will it leave Florida? Where is Ani? You see Ani? I don't see Ani. Oh, Ani says hi. Oh, tell her I said hello. Oh, she's live? Is Ani live? Tell her I say hello. She is live streaming. Oh, man. Dang. Oh, she's live streaming on me. Yes, you guys, like I stated, this is the madness that's going on in Florida. Oh, you trying to watch us both? That's what I'm talking about, John. Hello, you guys. Please be like John. Hit that like button. Also, if you have anything to talk about, put it in the chat. Be a supporter like John. Thank you so much, John, for coming in, hitting the like button. Today, like I stated, you guys, I am just keeping you guys updated with the Milton hurricane. I'm keeping you guys updated. Now, I will say this. With this particular hurricane, my prayers go out to all families affected and anybody that knows someone in Florida, because this particular hurricane has affected at least 1 million when it comes down to the power outages. At least 1 million so far. And they said that it was confirmed people have been unalived already by this storm. This was confirmed by the sheriff of St. Lucie County in Florida, which is north of Miami. This is why I say if you're anywhere in Florida right now, please seek shelter and seek the lowest area to your home in the bathroom, is what they say. Please do not be anywhere near any EV vehicles, because what the governor said, EV vehicles, they do not mix well with salt water. If it's anywhere near salt, it can cause the car to catch fire. So this is why Ron DeSantis said, if you have an EV, put the car away from your home, up a hill. He said that's what he said in his press conference yesterday. So I think in regards to this particular hurricane, it will hopefully end. I'm going to make sure I show it again, the map. Hopefully it will end. Let me make sure. Hopefully it will end by Thursday. Today, Thursday, either 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. But just like the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, said, we cannot predict, just when it's going to happen, because the weather changes. It changes, so often. So I have another thing to show you guys in regards to steps to take. 7 things you need to be aware of in regards to, you need to ask yourself 7 questions. What is the disaster assistance? How to apply, and information you will need to apply. So the first thing with the disaster assistance, I showed you guys to go to FEMA.gov. Let me go to it right now. FEMA.gov. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to show it to you. I just had it. FEMA.gov. And this is the website, one of the websites that you can go to get assistance. You can go to FEMA.gov. That particular website will connect you to disasterassistance.gov to assist you in how to apply and identify disaster assistance. The second thing, like I said, how to apply, you can go to FEMA.gov with how to apply and the information that you'll need. The information that you'll need to apply for assistance. You'll need a description of the damage area. It's going to be a lot of damage, I can just imagine. But if you need the assistance, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need description of the damaged area, the location, the address at the time of the disaster. You're going to need your social security number, your contact information. If you have insurance, your policy number or the company. You're also going to need to provide your annual household income, your bank account information for direct deposit. This is all the information that you're going to need to apply for assistance through disasterassistance.gov as well as FEMA.gov. The next one is you're going to, like I said, you're going to have to document your damage. The fifth thing, you're going to see if you have insurance, make sure you file a claim. The sixth thing, to talk about what does FEMA assistance help with. As well, and this is what I got from FEMA.gov, this information. It helps you with resources such as baby formula, medication, food, water, items such as that. It provides money to deal with serious items such as that. It also helps with displacement, such as provide hotel, rental unit, and other expenses if you are eligible. Now, the last part, it says what's to come next. Home inspection. Now this goes back to, taking pictures of what was damaged. Because if you have insurance, they're going to inspect the pictures that you're taking. They want to make sure, this is not insurance fraud you're trying to commit. So you have home inspection, and then there will be a decision made by FEMA. They will make a decision. And if you disagree or you do not get what you requested, you do have time you can appeal it. And how the funds will be delivered depends on what you put in your application. Once you have been approved, you will receive a check from the U.S. Department of Treasury or direct deposit based on what method that you chose. So this is information to help assist anybody that is a victim of the hurricane or will be the victim of the Milton hurricane. Because just like I stated, in Florida case, they have been hit by 2 hurricanes. If you include Milton hurricane, they were first hit with Helene hurricane, and now they're being hit as of yesterday afternoon by this hurricane, Milton hurricane, as you can see. So this is where we are today. John, are you still there? Are you still there, John? Hello, you guys. This is Politic Graham. If you can please hit that like button. I'm just giving information on the Milton hurricane. Yes, it has arrived. Yes, there have already been people deleted. Yes, there have already been people deleted and affected by this hurricane, according to the sheriff, the sheriff of Lucey County, which is about 2 hours north of Miami, right here, which is about 2 hours north of Miami, somewhere around here. Fort Pierce, there have already been confirmed deletions of people at a senior community as well as at a country club in Springs Lake. That is why I say, if you are still down in Florida, please, please seek shelter to protect yourself. There's no time to be out driving. Not now. And also, this particular storm is set to leave Florida no later than Thursday today, 8 p.m. It should be out. But as you can see, it says 8 a.m. I'm giving it some little grace period, because just like Ron DeSantis said today, no one really knows how a storm will move. It changes. It just changes. So you just have to just see, but be prepared at the same time for what's to come or what might come. So if anybody that's in this live, I was going to talk about other things. If you would like me to stay on with the Milton hurricane, I will. I was going to have a conversation about Diddy, because to let me make sure I'm correct with what I'm about to say. Diddy had a special. There was a special on today in regards to Diddy on ABC. There was a special today on ABC. I'm just going to make sure it was today, because I know he's supposed to be heading back to court to Thursday, which is today. I mean, so it was a special yesterday, Wednesday. And I want to make sure before I want to make sure before I move forward. Yes, there was an actual special on Sean Love Combs, aka Diddy. It was called The Secret Life of Diddy. Looks into life, alleged crimes, and music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. This was on tonight. Did anybody see that? If you don't want me to talk about Diddy, I don't have to talk about Diddy, but I just wanted to actually throw it out there, because Diddy had a home, or still has a home, in Miami, Florida. This is the home that he put up to request for bail. If we can remember, he requested for bail for when he went into the court. The second time he went into court, and his lawyers tried to ask if he could use his $50 million home that's in Miami. I would like to see how that house looks now, but they wanted to use his $50 million home as collateral to bond out of jail. That particular judge denied it, as well as it was 2 judges. So now we're at judge number 3. He's a new judge coming in, and Diddy will make his next court appearance today, Thursday. If I'm correct, he's making his, yes, he's making his next appearance in court with this new judge named Judge Anoon. It's rumors and speculation that he is trying to actually request for another bail in New York. I don't know what's to come with Diddy, but like I said, he does have a house in Miami, a mansion that's worth $50 million. And like I stated, with the Milton hurricane, it has already landed and affected Miami. And this is how The Milton hurricane has affected Miami. Just give me one moment. I'm going to show you the pictures. It has massive tornadoes. It has landed and formed massive tornadoes like this. This was yesterday at 4 p.m. Eastern in Miami, Florida. This is where Sean Combs has his $50 million home that he put up for collateral trying to get out of jail, in which it was denied. This is also in Florida. And that was earlier yesterday. So I don't know what to say at this particular point when it comes down to the Milton hurricane. All I'm going to say, I just wish my prayers goes out to the families of Florida. The families of Florida. Because based off what the map, this is the most recent map that is for the Milton hurricane. It should be leaving Thursday between 8 a.m. as well as 8 p.m. Thursday. That's a big time frame. I'm only saying that because we can't directly guess when it's going to be, when it's going to actually leave Florida. But what we can say is that Georgia's not going to get hit. South Carolina's not going to get hit. It's just going to go a horizontal. As you can see, it's going horizontally across Florida state ground. I'm going to play the actual portions of the press conference that Ron DeSantis had given yesterday afternoon.
Where it makes landfall, it's going to barrel across the state of Florida. It's going to exit on the east coast of Florida, and that also can produce some storm surge. So just make sure if you're on the east coast of Florida that you understand this is not just the west coast event. The major effect for surge will be on the west, but there is going to be impacts far inland and on the other coast in the state of Florida. Where it makes landfall, it's going to barrel across the state of Florida.
He's basically saying what I just said is going across Florida.
Storm surge there. May not be 10-15. The fuel situation.
Now, in this particular clip, he's discussing the fuel matter. Like if Florida, the state of Florida, is going to actually run out of fuel, going to run out of gas, going to run out of diesel.
The fuel situation, I know when the initial evacuations went out on Monday, and then even on Sunday when people were anticipating massive run on gas, people were crowding the stations. You had long lines. A lot of the gas stations ran out of fuel. We have not run out of fuel overall. When those stations go through it much quicker than normal, they don't have the same delivery schedules that can keep up, so they got to flex. So what we've done is, one, we've got 1.6 million gallons of diesel on hand just for the state of Florida, and 1.1 million gallons of gasoline. The fuel situation, I know when the initial evacuations went out on Monday, and then even on Sunday when people were...
So that is basically the jump of what's going on in Florida. Of what's going on in Florida right now. Like I stated, it is so far. I'm going to look it up to see if there's any more updates, because the last update that I found that it was 1 million power outages in Florida as we speak. I'm trying to look up right now to see what's the newest update in Florida. Let's see here. But once again, like I said, this is Politic Graham. I'm just giving an update on the Milton hurricane. And John, are you still there? If you're coming in, this is Politic Graham. I'm just giving a heads up of what's been going on in America, specifically Florida, with this Milton hurricane. It is the largest emergency preparation that has been held for a hurricane in history. They planned this out to prepare it because it's supposed to be a big damage. And within hours of it landing this Wednesday afternoon, people have already been confirmed passed, or should I say unalived. If you're in here, can you please, all I ask is hit that like button. And if you wish, you can put something in the chat. And I apologize, you guys. I'm trying to see what is the newest information as far as what's going on. In Florida and with the Milton hurricane. So I'm live. I'm looking it up. I'm live right now. Hello, you guys. This is Politic Graham. If you're coming in, I'm giving an update on the Hurricane Milton. From when I last looked it up, it was about over 1 million homes out. And now, just 30 minutes ago, just to confirm, according to CBS News, that total has climbed from 1 million to now it's more than 2 million customers without power. I repeat, from last speaking of it being 1 million, now it is 2 million customers out of power at this point in Florida. And the winds in Florida as of now the gusts are 120 miles per hour. So like I said, when John had came and asked as far as when it's going to leave, by me looking at the current update, it's saying that the gusts are 120 miles per hour winds right now. And more outages. It went up from 1 million to now it's 2 million power outages. I cannot speculate when it's going to end. I can only go off what I have as far as the graph and the information that I'm getting right now. But my prayers go out to anybody that is in this weather, in this hurricane, that is from Florida, that is currently in Florida. If you need any assistance, please go to this website, FEMA.gov. If you need any form of assistance when it comes down to anything, but just keep in mind when you apply for assistance, these are the things that you must have. You must have a description of the damage. You must have your address at the time of the disaster, your social security number, your contact information, your annual household income. They even want your bank account information. So if you get approved, they can send your approval award to you through direct deposit. Also, when it comes down to filing a claim, please file it as soon as possible, because just like what is said on FEMA's website, FEMA cannot pay for losses your insurance will pay. So that is why they say file your insurance first, your claim first, and whatever your insurance doesn't claim, then that's when FEMA will come in, because FEMA stated that they will not pay. They're not gonna do double dipping. They're not double dipping. So with FEMA, they actually provide assistance with displacement, hotel, rental units, medication, baby formula, and other emergency supplies such as food and water. Now, I am speaking on this because with Donald Trump, he gave out false information about what the disaster fund is not providing. Those were his words, not mine. And that's why Joe Biden stepped up even more, and FEMA stepped up to even on their website, they're showing what they have done and what they're working on. They're even providing specific pages for you to fill out the applications if you live in Florida, if you live in North Carolina, if you live in Tennessee, if you live in Virginia, South Carolina, Georgia. And it got so bad. This is just to let you know how the rumors with Donald Trump. It got so bad. They even posted on their website, misinformation and rumors can spread quickly after disaster. Keep your community safe by being aware of common rumors about Hurricane Helene. So that's just kind of letting you guys know just how serious this was when it came down to the rumors with Donald Trump. Also today, I might do another live, a separate live, talking about the incident that transpired today near me. I'm going to just show a picture of it. And it comes down with car break-ins. Because remember I said let me go to my page because I don't remember, this is my page, Politicgram. Now, remember when I said in regards to people are leaving Milton, they're leaving Florida because of Milton hurricane, and they're evacuating. Some people were able to leave Florida, where some people have came to my state of Georgia. I'm going to show you guys this vehicle. This is what's going on. This is why people have to be very mindful. Just because you leave Florida for safety, you also have to be mindful of when you come to Georgia, when you go to other states away from Hurricane Milton. This particular car, you see this particular car, it was stolen. This particular car was stolen on a street here in Georgia. It was stolen and left. Now, if you guys can see, I'm going to go to the page. If you guys can actually see inside, they actually broke the part what you put your keys in and wired it. They wired it up. Now, the reason I'm speaking on this is because when it comes down to specific cars such as Kias and Hondas, I don't know if anybody has heard about that, but when it comes down to Kias, this was a Kia. Kias are in a multi-million-dollar lawsuit right now because Kia as well as Hondas, they are very easy to break in, get into. So much to the point, they are stealing these cars. They are stealing them in one area, driving them off into another area, blocks or miles away, leaving it until dark comes, and then they get it again. They use it for illegal activity. That's what's going on. Now, I say this to say, when you leave make sure you don't have valuables in your vehicle. Make sure you don't have certain things, because with this particular car that I just showed you guys, this particular car, I actually notified the police. Do you know what the police said? The police said, and remember that I just showed you, they said that it wasn't broken into. But if you can look very closely and see, if you can look very closely and see that this was actually, they broke the part which you put your key in, the ignition, they broke into it, and wires and everything. And I called the police, and because the people are so bold, they're so bold. This is where it comes down with dealing with the crime here in America. This is what they was talking about at the vice presidential debate, dealing with what's going on here, dealing what's going on, I repeat, over here in America. Because that particular car, how is it when I called the police says that it wasn't reported stolen. That's what they said. It was not reported stolen. And to top it all off, the only thing that they could do was, and I quote, put a sticker on the window and said that if nobody gets it within 5 days, only then can this particular car get towed. And I'm only letting you guys know because it's a lot of people. See this car? Broken into and dumped. I'm giving a front view of it. I'm only letting you guys know, kind of be mindful and be careful how you leave your vehicle, where you leave your vehicle, because during this time, like I said, we have Milton. You have a lot of people that have came to Georgia to get out of the way of trouble. But what they do not know, people go to the weak. They lead on to the weak. What they find is weak. Even on FEMA.gov. Even, I think it's on FEMA. I'm trying to see which website it is. FEMA.gov. They actually warn people about being careful when it comes down to not just donating to anybody, because you have a lot of scammers. You have a lot of people, like I said, feeding to the weak, even in the sense of stealing a car. So just kind of be mindful of where you're going, when it comes down to driving your car, or, even just walking about. You never know who's watching. You just never know. And even when it comes down to donating money, be very careful. That is why, for me personally, I listen to, let me make sure I go to him. This person right here, Governor Ron DeSantis. He gave a press conference. He spoke on where to go if you want to donate money that is not a scam, and it is tax deductible. This particular website right here is called Disaster. Let me make sure. It is called FloridaDisasterFund.org. Once again, Florida, FloridaDisasterFund.org, which is a tax-deductible charitable contribution that has raised millions. That is what he says. And you can see it. It has any, and this is also to give you a heads up. If you're kind of wondering if it's legit or not, charitable organization. You see this EIN number? You can actually look this number up to confirm if it is legit. And this particular organization, this is to help the victims of both Helene and Milton hurricane for Florida victims. And they said 100% of every donation will be used to help people in Florida recover all of the funding. So this is just to kind of give you guys a heads up of what to do and how you can help in regards during these troubling times. Because just like I said, as we're speaking right now, the winds are 120 miles per hour in Florida right now. There are tornadoes, and also there's 2 million power outages as we speak. So at this point, I'm going to end this live. I appreciate people for coming in, coming out. And thank you so much. And always remember, always have a peace of mind and bring peace to yourself at the same time. This is Politic Graham. Thank you so much, you guys. Bye.